So St Pancras International welcomes around 1 million people each week, and I know that both of you take a very sensitive approach to site in your projects and consultancy work. How did you go about selecting artists who could speak to the many different publics that flow through St Pancras?
It was really important for us that there were strong partnerships to enable a strong cohort of artists. We talked to HS1 about networks and thinking about railway networks in how we could engage with different organisations. So we looked at organisations that we knew whose sites were located within one of the towns or cities that the station's trains served. We identified the New Art Exchange in Nottingham, an organisation that we really wanted to work with because they particularly and specifically engage with minority ethnic artists. Skinder Hundle there has been a real asset to the programme and has really supported one of the shortlisted artists. Also Quad in Derby, who have an incredible programme and delivered amazing work during lockdown, have a particular focus engaging working class communities, but also working with artists who identify as working class. So those were key protected characteristics that we wanted to work and connect with. We also talked to universities, Kent, for example, and looked at how could we connect work happening with students who were on, whether it was fine art or art degrees. So partnerships were crucial for us in finding the artists we wanted to engage.
I think it's something as curators, facilitators and producers that Samina and I are both really aware of, kind of making sure that we are diversifying the artists that we're working with, making sure that we're always offering opportunities to new artists who we perhaps haven't worked with before, and making sure that we, working partnership together, also make sure that that is part of our extended practice. So that is really key to how we deliver work anyway. It actually made it a really, really difficult process to create a shortlist. There were so many incredible applications, so many thoughtful responses, so many artists picking up on really different and unique aspects of the station, of their own relationships. And that was something that we were really keen to bring out, is that idea of how have people used the station before, what is their personal relationship with it, as well as their creative responses to it, which was so lovely to read all of these moments. They've also been linking into that surrounding area. So whether it's picking up some of the local history, reflecting on some of the local institutions that are kind of sitting around it, or as we did with our partners, looking along the train lines and trying to pick out those stories and narratives and bringing them back to the station. Every single one of the 6 shortlisted artists have come at it from a very, very different perspective, each one unique, but each one really kind of personal and identifiable at the same time. It was key that the work was something that people could return to, because the likelihood is they were going to encounter it more than once. So that idea of that their relationship will grow with it, will grow with the stories that it's telling. They'll be able to kind of pull out their own interpretations, so that as audiences you can have that same reaction. As a station, that's something that they were really keen, HS1 were really keen to kind of make sure that it had that personal narrative, and that we were thinking about the many audiences that we use in the station, as well as kind of representing interesting artists.